Have you ever stopped to think why a simple criticism, a sideways glance, or even an ignored message can shake our inner peace so much? It seems that suddenly the world collapses just because someone didn't smile at us or responded curtly. It's impressive how small things seem gigantic when our mind is crafting scenarios. But what few people know is that this whole reaction comes from something very ancient, deeply embedded within us, our emotional system. It was programmed to ensure our survival thousands of years ago, in times when being rejected by the group meant being alone in the wild, without food, facing real danger. It wasn't just a matter of feelings, it was literally a matter of life or death. Today, of course, the world is entirely different. Social rejection won't cause your physical death, but the brain still sounds the alarm as if it were on the savannah, ready to flee or defend itself. And that's where the problem lies. Our peace is in the hands of others, in an invisible contract that says, "I'm okay only if you treat me as I expect." But what if I told you that it's possible to change this? That you can learn to maintain your inner tranquility even when everything around you seems chaotic? Imagine being like a calm lake that doesn't turn into a tsunami just because someone threw a pebble into the water. Let's understand together how this works. First, it's essential to realize that people's opinions and attitudes say much more about them than about you. When someone acts rudely, they're usually carrying their own internal battles, fatigue, insecurity, accumulated stress. It's not about you. But our ego, that know-it-all, loves to turn this into a personal drama. How many times have you thought, "She was rude to me, she must hate me," or "He didn't reply to my message, he definitely doesn't like me"? What if I told you that in many cases the person just had no battery on their phone or was worried about something entirely different? The problem is that our brain creates scripts, interprets, and often exaggerates the plot. This is the first step to change, creating a space between the event and your reaction. Every time you get irritated or feel insecure, think that someone pressed a button inside you, but that button doesn't need to be so exposed. Creating this space is gaining time to breathe, reflect, choose the response you want to give, not the automatic impulse reaction. This is what differentiates emotionally strong people, those who seem bulletproof. And do you know the secret to dealing better with this? Training your mind not to react automatically. It seems difficult at first, but small actions like taking a deep breath, distracting yourself with something positive, or even writing about what you're feeling help create a space between what happens and your reaction. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to realize that not everything deserves your attention and energy. Another thing that makes all the difference is strengthening your confidence. When you know who you are and what you're worth, others' opinions lose weight. After all, why let a comment or a sideways glance affect your day? In the end, the only person who can truly define how you feel is yourself. Those with internal security live more lightly and don't depend on others' approval to be well. And to conclude, remember that everything in life can be a learning experience. Every situation that bothers you can teach you to be stronger, more aware, and more in control of yourself. Instead of being stuck in what harms you, try to see how this can help you grow. Gradually, you realize that what used to shake you starts to lose strength, and your mind becomes a much calmer place to live. And look, we're not talking about becoming a robot or pretending you don't feel anything. Being emotionally intelligent isn't about being cold. It's about being free to feel without losing control. It's knowing that your peace can't depend on a curt good morning, an ignored message, or a sideways glance. Have you ever noticed how much time we spend dwelling on things that aren't worth the effort? How many times have you felt bad about something that a few days later seems so insignificant, or worse, about something the other person didn't even realize hurt you? The truth is, Most people are too busy with their own battles to care that much about what we do or think. And that's where your choice comes in. Will you continue to be a hostage to these small triggers, or will you take control of your mind and learn to filter what truly deserves your energy? Speaking of energy, think of it as gasoline. You only have a certain amount to use each day. Why spend that gasoline on things that don't take you anywhere? Why let small annoyances drain your strength? This ability to filter, to choose where to invest your attention, is one of the secrets of the most productive, fulfilled, and emotionally stable people. They don't deny what they feel, but they know how to choose which emotions deserve their time and space. Now, for those of you watching up to this point and really wanting to take a step forward, I have a proposal. Start today practicing this distance between stimulus and reaction. When something bothers you, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this really important, or am I just feeling sensitive today? This small pause can completely transform your emotional life. And if you want to keep evolving, learning to be more emotionally intelligent, communicative, and in control of your emotions, don't forget to like this video below and subscribe to the channel. Here we bring content that will help you grow and become a better version of yourself every day. To help you in this process, here's a simple exercise. Choose a moment in your day when you usually react automatically. It could be when receiving criticism, noticing someone ignored you, or even when something doesn't go as you wanted. Next time this happens, pause for a few seconds and ask yourself, do I really need to worry about this, or am I letting my impulse decide for me? This small question already completely changes how your mind deals with these situations. In the end, it all comes down to training your perception and consciously deciding where to place your energy. The more you apply this in your life, the lighter everything becomes. And you know what's best? You won't just feel this change. People around you will also notice that you're calmer, more centered, and much more in control of your emotions. This is the true power of someone who develops emotional intelligence. And there's more. There's an incredible video appearing right now on the screen that will complement everything you've just learned. Watch it and let's go together on this journey of growth. Remember, true strength isn't being invincible. It's being less reactive, feeling without being dominated. And this, my friend, is a trainable skill. One step at a time, one response choice at a time. You'll become lighter, more whole, and most importantly, master of yourself. Thank you for watching up to this point, and see you in the next video.